Everyone, my name is Raed Arweli. I am doing the NESC project and here is my schematics for the presentation. Uh, Before we start, the purpose of this project was to design a protection system for a transmission line that has loads, generators, and substations. The protection's aim is to prevent inrush current from running through the whole transmission line, which could damage the loads or generators or the substations. And the way to protect the transmission line is to place three switches in each tap. The method followed in this project was to calculate the current running through the transmission line, and based on that, switches are sized to be able to handle that current. The switches are on overcurrent switches and overcurrent switches where they have a current cap that will trip once it gets over that cap to protect the transmission line from fault currents. And the first calculation is the current coming from the 20 megawatts generators, including the safety factor of 25%, and it's here as follows, which we will get 125.5 amperes. And the second calculation is the current coming from the two solar farms in here, providing 20 megawatts and 34.5 kilovolts as followed in here, which we will get 418.4 ampere. The result in a current running through the first node of nearly 1000 ampere, since there are only two solar farms and one generator. So all the switches were sized to a 2000 ampere current in order to be able to operate under all weather situation, especially in winter, because when the temperature decreases, the current are expected to increase. So the sizing needs to be in a range that delivers constant power without tripping frequently. The switches were sized based on overcurrent. However, the selection of the type of switches was based on distances. The distance plays a role because the more distance, the stronger the power flow, in which makes it harder for some type of switches to break. Thus, distance play a factor in deciding which switches to choose. The selection of the switches involved three switches. We have 11 quick breaks, 3 loops, and 2 loads. And all those three operating on distance of 5, 20, and more than 20 miles respectively. Thank you so much for listening.